Good morning. Day 8 in Bolster's 30-day morning musings series. I'm glad you're here today. And today I'm talking about fostering independent reading in our kids. I thought I'd share 3 things that I think can help to create the desire to pick up a book in a child. One of the things, so number one of the things that we do as a family is we make an outing of going to select books. Whether it's at the library or my personal favorite is to go to a secondhand store we have locally called Value Village. They have a little book section. And what I love about that, first of all, we're recycling. Second of all, it's not as expensive as it is to buy. Third, we don't have to return it like we do at the library. Fourth, you never know what you're going to find there. And fifth, it's a small selection, so it's not so overwhelming. So we would make an event of going to get books. We would talk about what we're curious about on our way there, what types of things we were looking for, and we would be open-minded to just say, okay, well, let's just see what we find. And so the quest would be to go into this book section and try to find at least a book each. And I would get in on it as well and be intentfully looking for something that I was interested in. So that was one thing, was making it outing, making it special to go and select books. Secondly, we leave the books around the house, not in a, not on the floor. We treasure the book and care for the book and books and our collections of books. And so we make sure that our son has a little library in his room, but also they're around the house. And that brings us to number 3, which is sharing reading experiences. So it's such a delight to curl up on the couch with a blanket and be reading a cookbook or a magazine, anything. But to do that as a family and maybe put a little fire on and say, tonight, instead of watching a movie, we're just going to read. There may be a reaction to that, but charge through anyway. And the first couple of times, it may not stick. Your child may not want to do that. But have faith because everything is a process. And if you look at this as a journey of just trying to build a love for sharing a good book and the experience of that, it's a process. It takes time. So have patience and have the confidence to know that that's something you can do as a family if you choose to do that. And again, we were rewarded yesterday when we watched our son curl up with a bunch of his Dogman books outside in a blanket. And so it was really nice to see that he valued the idea of being alone with his books and his buddies and treasured that time. So independent reading, there you go. That's today. And I think on another day, we'll look at the process of selecting books, because I think there's a few things to that. It requires a little bit of guidance sometimes, but it also requires pulling back as a parent and trying not to judge. So it's a bit of a balance. It takes a couple of times to help your child possibly select books that are suitable, that they can read, that they're interested in. So maybe we'll talk about choosing books on another day within our 30-day series. All right, stay bolstered.